Hello, I'm Rebecca and Intuitive, and this is Masterful Chats. Masterful Chats are short, clear, concise, clarifying conversations designed to uplift, empower, inspire, and support you as you move forward along your spiritual path and in your life's journey. And I'd like to say hello and welcome back to all of my wonderful subscribers, and hello and welcome to those of you who are viewing me for the very first time. And this chat is about the human body as it moves from carbon to crystalline in this ascension process. And in the background, you'll be hearing Henry. He's going to make his presence known. So I'm sorry if it's a distraction, but as I've said before, this is his house, not mine. And I want each one of you to know that you are a beloved child of God. You are known individually, and you are loved completely, totally, and beyond measure. So now, let's chat about the human body transforming itself from carbon to crystalline during the ascension process. Prior to the harmonic convergence in 1987, every human born on Earth was in a carbon-based body. After the harmonic convergence in 1987, those coming into the 3D plane, their bodies were beginning to change. In the 1990s, there were the Indigo children that came on the planet. Far more intuitive, and I really believe aware of our cosmic origins and our place among the stars, because each one of us is a star seed. No one living today on schoolroom Earth, their soul has not been incarnated on another planet previously. We are all star seeds. We have all come from various civilizations throughout creation to be here on schoolroom Earth at this auspicious time. And as now we are in the procession of the equinoxes, as the indigenous cultures have labeled this time, where the planet has a 36-year window, and Earth is in this 36-year window of the ascension process. The median year of that process was 2012. And the thing that's really lovely about 2012 is as of 12/12/12, December 12th, 2012, there would not be any more children born having a third dimensional construct of Earth. They would not be born in the third dimension, which in many ways is a harbinger of the change to come. When these children hit 18, 21, and beyond, we are truly going to see a huge leap for humanity. They will be 21 years old in 2033 and 34. And they are going to rock this world in a good way. But what about those of us who were born in the 40s and the 50s and the 60s and the 70s and the early 80s? Well, we have carbon-based bodies, and carbon can be changed to crystalline. We can see it in the earth. Our bodies are made of the earth. Our bodies have the components of the earth elements. But the earth does form crystalline structures. So it is entirely possible for carbon to change to crystalline. And the two are diamonds and graphite. And in many ways, what humanity is going through today is that we are being formed into diamonds because the crystalline structure allows us to expand our awareness beyond the physical into the spiritual. It allows us to connect with the divine far more easily. And it is a very transforming experience, and we are in a very transformative time today. But what does that mean actually for those of us in these, I'll put it this way, heavy carbon-based bodies? I know personally that the last 10 months for me have been very challenging. And that doesn't mean that I'm doing anything wrong. It doesn't mean that I haven't cleared out loads of baggage. And quite often, viruses, illnesses, physical challenges come to us to get us to slow down, to get us to look inside, to get us to be reflective, where perhaps if we were going like the Energizer Bunny, we would not. Many of these bodies are having extreme challenges as we go through and adapt to the higher frequencies and the changes which are being asked of us and asked of our bodies. And I think about all of the tests, the physical tests that the medical profession runs on us, which, as I've said before, everything is spiritual. Whether it's the Western model of medicine or the Eastern model of medicine, whether it's pharmaceutical or whether it's naturopathic, all things are God-given to us. All things are part of our process in learning and ascending. That being said, many of these tests and many of these parameters may not be as applicable as they once were. I'm not a doctor. I'm not offering any medical advice to anyone. But what I am saying is that there is really no quote-unquote normal with the body, the human carbon-based body today. So while we are in this massive time of transformation involving body, mind, and spirit, there are benchmarks and paradigms of the previous period, I'll say pre-Ascension, that can be indicators, but they may not tell the true story. And in fact, quite often they don't. As these heavy carbon-based bodies move from carbon to crystalline, there are systems that are going to be out of whack. There are readings that are not going to be in the normal range. There are things that happen that we simply don't understand. And many times, the medical profession and the doctors and the nurses aren't going to understand either. And as I said, I am not a medical doctor. If you're feeling ill or things aren't right, by all means, go to a doctor. Check yourself out. Listen to them. Follow your intuition. Do research, whatever it takes to take care of yourself. But know that there is not anything set in stone anymore. We are all transforming. We are all changing, whether or not we want to or not. And quite often, when we are resistant to change, when we want things to stay exactly the way they are, when we want what we want, well, just because that's what we want, the first area that really will get our attention is the body. And quite often, if we take the time and if we are quiet And if we listen to what the body is telling us, we can make the appropriate changes. Sometimes we need more exercise. We need more nutritious food. Quite often we need to rest. So it's up to you to take care of you. So know that things are going to be out of whack, perhaps. Know that that is just a new normal. And that nothing in this world, as we moved from 3D to 5D, is set in stone. The only thing that is constant, that is true, that is pure, is love. And anything that is not love needs to transform and transmute. There are ascension systems that the body will feel as it's undergoing a transformation from carbon to crystalline. Some of that is fatigue. There can be depression. You can feel really hot one moment, cold the next. You can be disoriented. There seems to be a wake-up time in the morning between 2 and 4 a.m. We do a tremendous amount of work in the sleep space. Upgrades, downloads, reprogramming of the energetic body. And sometimes the body has had enough and it just needs to say no. And so 2 to 4 are big wake-up times. If you're interested, just punch in Ascension Systems of the Body. And that'll give you a rundown. And I'd check out 2 or 3 sources and see what resonates with you. And take what does and leave the rest. So once again, it does come back to you loving yourself and taking care of yourself. And if you're not feeling well, have it checked out by all means by a medical professional. Or if you think something's off, please go to the doctor. But know also that part of this and part of the bodily changes are attributable to this huge transformation going from the 3rd dimension to the 5th dimension. And as Earth ascends, humanity must ascend. And our bodies must change as well. So take care of yourself. Follow the joy, follow the love, follow the laughter in your life. And as always, be kind to yourself and to others. Thank you for being with me today for this Masterful Chat. I truly appreciate you. Please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you have any questions, I can answer them in future videos. So wherever you're at in the world, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Until we chat again, blessings.